You know, I've seen some fucked up shit in my time, but Sausage Party really does take the cake. No pun intended. Sausage Party. Now, the best way I can describe Sausage Party without giving too much away is like an adult version of Toy Story, but with food. You basically all have all these sentient foods that you can find in the local supermarket. Anything from sausages to buns to bagels to Mexican food. Anything you can imagine, it's in this film. And these foods believe on a system that when they get chosen by humans, which they believe are their gods basically, and they get taken from the into the shopping trolley and out the doors, they are going to the promised land. They're going to heaven, or their version of heaven. But as they soon realise throughout the entirety of the film, that is not the case, and that's definitely what we know for sure. Now you're probably thinking, oh, Liam's comparing it to Toy Story. That means it's a kids' film. It is. I can't stretch this enough. This is absolutely not for children. This is a rated 15 film where they swear more than I can even count. Like, straight out the door, they are saying fucking shit, and all the time it's non-stop swearing. And about 5 minutes into the film, there's even like a Holocaust joke made. I kid you not, this is not for children. There's some kinds, they go over the edge of like, oh, they went there and oh, they did that, and it does land and it is very funny at times. But some of the times I didn't find it too funny. Like, you know, when there's a bit too much swearing in it, if you know what I mean. Not that I'm against swearing or anything like that, but it gets so much to the point where it just gets old and you kind of just tune out. So basically it doesn't have that funny factor like it did at the beginning of the film. And it's not just with the swearing as well. This film is extremely raunchy. Like, the cast of characters you follow from the very start to the very end of the film are these sausages called Frank and Barry, and you got Brenda the Bun, and these you got Bagel. You got you know, all these breaded like products, as well as like Mexican food as well later on in the film. But I won't touch upon that right now. And it's mentioned throughout the entirety of the film that Frank the sausage wants to stick it to Brenda the bun, and it's almost a bit too much. Like yeah, we get it, they want to have sex and everything like that, and it's funny at first and all that, but it does wear, like it's like, again with the swearing, it like gets old very soon, and especially when other characters start wanting, you know, to fuck Brenda the bun and everything like that, and it's like they're beating you over the head with this idea, you know, or this like joke, and it's almost like, give me some new jokes about food and stuff like that, which they do every now and again, sprinkled throughout the film. Like the main, I wouldn't say bad guy of the film, he does like say stuff like, "Oh, spill the beans," and Beans like comes in, and it's like, "Yeah, did anyone say my name?" And it's like, yeah, that was a cheap, easy joke. I get that, but I feel like there was a lot of potential in this film, and it was just kind of, the jokes kind of hit hard at times, but sometimes they didn't, and they didn't really explore with their comedy what they could do with this film. So sometimes a bit of a wasted potential, and I'm very on the fence of how I feel about this film, and I really don't know. But something I've got to give this film props for is its world building, because eating food is something that everybody can do, whether they are old or young. It's something that everybody can relate to, and it's something that everybody loves doing. So seeing it through the eyes of food and looking at their belief systems of why they get picked, and all these like stories of like how it makes me feel almost guilty for like just picking up any old food and eating it, because it's kind of, it does play on your mind a little bit, a lot like Toy Story, like I said in the past, where your toys come to life when they don't see you. It's almost like that, but like a really fucked up version of that. And when the food goes out of the shopping mall, and they think, yes, we're going to the promised land, and when they slowly start realizing that, oh shit, we are gonna die, we're gonna get eaten, it turns into this really fucked up like horror slasher flick, if you know what I mean. Like, all these food get like brutally murdered, and it is a blast to watch, even if it is like really like, that's horrible. And this film really does play on the shock factor, especially towards the last third of the film, which I'm not going to spoil for you. I'm going to be doing a spoiler thing on that, so just you wait, and I'll definitely explain why this last third of the film is so unbelievably fucked up. So that leaves me with the questions: did I enjoy this film, and would I recommend it to other people? I would say yes. I would. It's a very fine line, really. I would recommend it to other people if you enjoy that shock factor and watching you know, really fucked up things and leaving the film mortified. But it is also a good, funny time. It does hit the right notes in all the right places with the jokes and the timing and all that. But some jokes just fall flat for me. It's not quite Pixar level of animation too. I didn't really enjoy the animation on, especially like the human characters and stuff like that. But regardless, it's a good film. I'm not going to say it's a bad film as well, but it's not the best film this year by far. So I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. It's a good time, and the trailers almost portray it as like this funny laugh riot that it's going to be, and really the stuff that they show in the trailers is like the best parts of the film, but they leave obviously the last third of the film out until you actually see it, to add to the extra shock factor. And it does just keep going and going and going and going, and how fucked up it gets. Just so if you do go and see this, then I'm warning you that last bit is still scarring me. It's a scarring film. So but it is also a funny film. So watch you've been warned, just saying. So that is it for my spoiler-free review of Sausage Party. I will be doing a spoiler-filled review very, very soon, just to explain the last third of the film and get all the spoilery stuff out the way that I'm really been trying so hard to keep, under wraps in this video. But if you like what you see right now, then please like, comment, subscribe, and share around this video. It helps me out an awful lot. And I'll see you guys next time for the spoiler-filled review of Sausage Party. Take care.